The Dow starting the day 1,300 points higher, and oil plummeted to its biggest one-day drop since the pandemic after the ceasefire with Iran was announced. Iran agreed to allow safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz during the ceasefire. Energy experts say the key issue now is if Iran does let those oil tankers move freely through the strait. Well, Delta Airlines plans to spend an extra $2 billion on fuel in the 3 months ending in June because the war with Iran has pushed up jet fuel prices sharply. But the company says it still expects to earn a sizable profit. As a result, Delta will cut some flights, though, and says it may have to raise fares down the road. Well, Americans still love their denim. Levi says profits this year will be better than expected on strong sales. Levi's is focused on expanding its offerings to include more tops and new styles of jeans while prioritizing the brand stores and websites, which appears to be paying off. And Ace Hardware is partnering with Uber to deliver tools. Customers can use the Uber Eats app to shop their neighborhood Ace Hardware for on-demand and scheduled delivery. To order from Ace Hardware on the Uber Eats app, users open the app and then navigate to the Home and Do-It-Yourself section, select the nearest Ace, and browse the available products. There are reports that Apple is facing engineering challenges with its highly anticipated foldable phones. Nikkei Asia reports Apple will need more time. The foldable iPhone was expected to launch alongside the iPhone 18 in September, but Nikkei's report raised concerns about delays. Bloomberg, though, did report the phone remains on track for a September debut. Well, Samsung saying goodbye to its namesake texting app, at least for U.S. customers. According to an end-of-service announcement published on the tech giant's website, Samsung Messages will be discontinued in July. Impacted owners of Samsung smartphones and other gadgets are being asked to switch to Google Messages in the meantime to maintain a consistent messaging experience on Android. Corporate America is still getting hacked, but the crooks aren't cashing in like they used to. The Financial Times reports as cyber attacks pile up, firms are scrambling to hire tech-savvy deal-makers who can outmaneuver online extortionists. These negotiators drag out talks and squeeze intel out of the attackers, all while trying to reduce or avoid payouts entirely. And the strategies are working. Less than half of global companies hit by ransomware last year ended up paying, down from 56% of the year before, according to the cybersecurity company Sophos. Well, the competition for rare cards found in McDonald's K-pop Demon Hunters meals has gone beyond the restaurant, surpassing the cost of the meals themselves and topping $100 and for a rare specific card. Fans of the animated Netflix series seeking to collect all the cards and have turned to the online reselling sites to do so. Well, U.S. farmers are wasting little time getting the 2026 crop in the ground, with corn planting already underway in 9 states and running slightly ahead of the typical pace. The Ag Department's first crop progress report of the season shows as of April 5th, 3% of the nation's corn crop have been planted across the top 18 producing states, edging past the 5-year average of 2%. Well, beef prices continue to make more highs, and that's why burger chains, including McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, have been ramping up their chicken options. Social media posts, including from widely followed food account Snackolator, have also highlighted McDonald's ongoing tests of new McCrispy strip flavors. McDonald's has been testing a mix of dry rubs and sauces with the chicken. In the meantime, researchers at NetCredit measured and calculated the average price per ounce of burger patties and fries at fast food chains across the U.S. to determine the best value. Southern chain Whataburger came out on top with the best price per ounce for its burger patty, while the beloved restaurant's fries were some of the most expensive per ounce. Google announced plans to add mental health support features to its Gemini chatbot. Users deemed to be in distress will be directed to a support hotline, and those who wish to discuss issues related to mental health will be able to access a Help is Available module. Additionally, the tech giant vowed to donate $30 million to crisis support services globally. Well, Medicare stocks rallied on a bigger than expected payment outlook. The Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services finalized a 2.48% average payment increase for Medicare Advantage plans next year. That is up sharply from its original proposal of 0.09%. So that does mean higher reimbursements for companies like United Health and Humana. And healthcare providers are the most common source of health information for Americans who view them as more accurate than other sources. A Pew Research Center poll says many Americans also want to hear people's real life stories. About 2/3 say they get health information at least sometimes from people experiencing a similar health issue as them, but half of Americans struggle to determine the accuracy of health information. 12% say it is extremely or very difficult to know if the health information is accurate. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Here's to your health.